Greetings, everybody! Welcome on this wonderful Sunday night in early September here as we almost kick off the autumn season. But it's your boy Suspectus13 over here, and I'm with 6 amazing people and 2 bots. Not gonna discount them, of course. And we're here to dub the entire, the entire Ace Attorney Investigations duology. So, that all said, before we get into the madness, and trust me, there's gonna be a lot of that. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my friends right here from left to right. Starting on the far left, we have longtime friend of mine. He's also worked on me with the Ace Attorney, my little investigations back in the day, and been a friend for a while. So everyone, meet my dragon friend Brightfire.
Hello.
To the right of him, oh, you know this vixen quite well, keeping me on point on many streams, particularly the very puzzling ones. The great and glorious Chessfrick44, also known as Falai.
Greetings to all of you who happen to be watching, and I do hope you enjoy.
I can't wait for this. And to the right, more recent friend here. I met them through Nightcrawler here, but they're a wonderful lady, and I'm glad to have them on for the stream for the first time. So everyone, welcome. Welcome to this dub project, Kaylin.
Hello, hello. So excited to be here.
Yep. To the right, he's been around for a lot of my streams, especially during Spoops Month. Y'all know and love him. This is also another great friend of mine.
No, you don't.
Or okay, this is like he's just kind of here, guys.
We don't know you, but we do love you.
No, you don't.
It's Legon. All right, to the right. To the right of Legon, one of the good friend of mine is also very, very talented at writing all things visual novels. Meet Nightcrawler, everybody.
Hello, I'm here. I'm going to go insane.
I think we all are, and we're barely going to survive the
My
first
voice will
case.
be dead by the end of this project.
And last but not
And
least, good.
I'll also be editing these streams and uploading them to YouTube for your perusal.
Yep, with less bullshit, but enough bullshit to make it
enough.
enjoyable.
Yep. Get you by.
Yep. Last but not least, on the far right, sporting our black cat avatar.
Yes.
Yes, this is Overgrowth, everybody.
Hello.
All right. All that said,
A cool intro.
oh damn,
Oh my goodness.
damn. Well, to be honest, I need to talk to you a bit more, but I'm sure throughout this project, you and I are going to get to know each other very, very well. So, apologies initially over here.
Oh,
Cool.
You know what? We
What's up?
can get together for a future game because I know we're gonna get to Raincoat eventually. And
Oh, I
Katie-
love Raincoat.
And Overgrowth hasn't actually played Raincoat yet.
I
know.
Yeah, join us.
Oh yeah, you didn't join us for the whole playthrough initially, didn't
No,
you?
I just watched one single case and had no idea what was happening to me.
Oh, you are in for a treat.
But that will be come, I believe, November.
Yeah, I think. Well,
after Scoops Month, right?
yes. It's going to be tough because the dub project is going to last a while, so I have to figure out
Yeah.
when to slot it in. So it might run parallel. I might want to get through half the dub project first before I commit to another visual novel at the same time. But
Gotcha.
for now, enough dilly dallying. Let's get started. Everyone ready?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Ready?
Let us begin.
First-
Log on in chess. Make sure you look at the document since this intro will be auto-scrolling.
Yep. Oh, you actually wrote up the
I
first
did. I
cutscene?
wrote up the intros. Yeah, I wrote up the intro lines for them.
Cool. All right, here we go, guys. Turnabout Visitor, first game.
Chess piece.
Not me, though. I'm a rook.
To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all.
That may be true, but why...
Why go this far?
Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be.
Oh boy, I wonder who did it.
Yeah, what a mystery.
Wouldn't it be nice to know?
I think it was Edgeworth.
How
You know what? I think you're right. Speaking of which, I'm here on the scene.
looking
It's hard to
fabulous as
believe.
always.
Of course, you can't have an Edgeworth game without looking fabulous. It's hard to
Edgy.
believe. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood.
Oh no.
Gumshoe, what have you done?
I'm sorry, boss. I couldn't help it.
What's the meaning of this?
That'll be chess.
Freeze!
I mean, we don't know that's who's speaking.
Oh,
It's just an extra. We don't know who this is.
It's just
I didn't-
question marks.
Defy yourself. You blue
Shut up.
man.
Look at this,
You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office.
this bald blue guy.
I think I know who it is. It's the culprit of Danganronpa.
Yes!
Oh, no.
But that's the
Right.
gray
Oh my
man.
god.
The crossover nobody knew they wanted. Is that
Never
a
played
threat?
that one.
Let me make one thing very clear.
What?
No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. It's written right there on the sign outside. Did you not read it?
I guess not.
I mean, the rules are very clear. This has happened in long
Rules don't apply to me
This
because
has
I
happened
can't
in-
read.
frequently
Can't
enough.
affect me if I can't read.
My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. Not the kind of
You were
thrusting
thrusting
I'm
into
used to, honestly.
And it begins.
Straight to there.
I finished photographing the victim's body, sir.
I believe you are mistaken. There was nothing straight about that. Very well.
Of course
Please
there wasn't.
continue your investigation.
Yes, sir. Right, let's clean this thing's ear.
Uh-huh. Good job.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Are you okay, sir?
Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene.
When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away.
This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. You may be wondering how he got here. I'm asking the same questions. And
I often wonder how it gets places.
And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being.
You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt?
Nope, I just haven't seen the sun in years. No, I'm perfectly fine. However,
I think he might be a vampire.
Yeah, look what they did to your office. It's totally trash.
I'll say that culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with trucking mud into my office. It's listed right below the murder.
Whoa, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing.
This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. That is how the law works.
Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, time to do some investigating.
Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads.
No, those
We
are
must not
important because he said them in red.
Yes,
Yes.
the mysterious red
you must
text.
You must learn the red text technique. Again, look at Danganronpa if you have any questions. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Gumshoe, hand me my chisel. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? You see, we need to also learn.
Text.
Yes, that is something that Danganronpa
Mr.
cannot
Edgeworth,
teach
sir,
you.
you are so talented.
I know. Keep on. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really just say it's a coincidence, can you?
No, not really. Especially because of this.
The key to your office.
Oh, I see you've learned the green text technique too.
I still can't get a hang of the red text, but I'm learning. What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you.
Logic?
The superpower of logic.
I am but a,
I got a
I am but a
GED
simple
and a-
detective.
I got a GED and a police license that it took 6 weeks to get. You are a lawyer that has 12 years of experience.
I'm pretty sure logic was taught in like middle school of math class.
I am afraid I must explain logic to the poor detective. This is the state of my life right now. By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic.
So, how do you use it?
I just
I am but a
just
simple
explained
detective. I do not understand this deduction.
You are a lost cause. First, I recall the information we've gathered with then I connect them together with T. Don't you hand me my T. Now to use K to recall the facts. Into the K space.
Huh, I wonder what we should do here, guys. I don't know.
Let's see. This is my brand new. I just got this overseas, Gumshoe. It's a 2-piece puzzle. You want to try it with me? Oh my god, I'm a genius. For
Mr.
security
Gumshoe,
reasons.
you are amazing.
I'm sorry,
Look at that.
Gumshoe. Gumshoe, have you forgotten your own name? I'm Edgeworth. You are Gumshoe.
Are you serious? I've been getting that wrong this whole time.
Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth, that's why you're the prosecutor here, sir.
I believe that's also why I'm the one with the brain. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, hitherto, therefore, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir.
Don't lie to me, Gumshoe.
That's exactly what I am currently thinking, sir, because you said so.
Thank you, thank you. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after?
You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's beautiful logic, sir.
Yes, well, when you follow the leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. My mind palace will collapse around my head.
Oh, we
But
can't
if
have
I-
that.
But if I think carefully before piecing the leads together, the logic should flow.
Just make
Well,
sure,
let's-
just make sure teenagers don't steal your treasure from your mind palace.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure there's not a single teenager nearby who would want to steal anything.
But we have a black cat with a
Hello.
mask. I don't know about that.
Well, let's get started with our investigation. That's weird. I feel like I can hear the voice of someone I met earlier today in the distance. Anyway, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Investigation!
Begin investigation.
The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir.
I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use space when I'm next to it.
Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use T, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir.
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose.
But will we? We'll find out.
I will have tea time whenever I feel like it, mysterious man in the sky. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here.
I think I've seen one of those before.
Gumshoe, it's a gun. Care to enlighten me as to where?
Oh, I know. I was issued that exact same model. I think.
Detective?
I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous.
Detective, one of us was locked in an elevator when they were a young child and accidentally shot someone who they thought was their father. One of us is a police detective who did not have that same trauma. Which one of us do you think has more right to be afraid of guns?
Probably the one who gets shot at more regularly.
I'm not sure who that
Whoa.
is here. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it.
Ah, so you admit that you don't get shot at very much. Thank you. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct's detectives. I'm going to move on because she had a point there.
Gotta talk to the No Thoughts Head MP
Do
police
you
officer.
have anything to report, Miss Officer?
Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet, there is something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Your furrowed
Talk about
brow.
a contradiction.
Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. And no, it is not my furrowed brow. You should think well about your next salary evaluation. How is it coming along?
Please, I need absolute silence. Ear cleaning, fingerprint
What?
lifting is a delicate art.
I'm sorry, hold on one second.
Excuse
Are
me.
you trying to clean your ears with the fingerprinting materials?
Listen, have you ever seen these things? When they're this puffy, you use them to clean ears.
Well,
Now-
I never.
Now, I'm not a fingerprint detector, but I'm pretty sure it works better if you touch the thing with fingerprints on it.
I'm sorry, are you the one in charge of doing the fingerprinting, or am I?
Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm.
Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again?
Well, I don't know too much about it myself, but
X it out.
the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well.
Ah yes, a
Including
show
my
aimed towards
boyfriend.
little kids that has many, many adults drawn towards it due to its plot, quality, and all that sort of thing. I'm sure absolutely nobody here has any similar situation.
Nah, psh, nah. Who has?
Can't think of a single show like that. Oh, right, Gravity Falls. Spin-off, Princess, Warrior
All
of
right,
Little
Steven
Tokyo.
Universe.
Oh, shoot. And the Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise, and even a new stage show gives it presence.
You, sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy?
Of course not! Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much.
Are you one of those steelies?
The conversation lasted longer than expected. Let's return to the investigation.
Fantastic.
Run away. Run away.
Oh no, look at the flowers. Oh, okay.
Oh, they even knocked over your chess set.
Ow.
I had it all set up, ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games.
I had no idea you were interested in chess.
I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try.
In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case.
Oh, maybe you could tell me how the horsey moves. I'm still learning that.
It's just
I
a
don't
giant
expect the
elf.
game. I don't expect the game to tax my mental acuity much.
I want to see
But
that
probably-
match.
Like that.
Knowing him, you'll probably beat him in one move, which is impressive because the shortest chess game that there is can only be beaten in 2.
I
Oh,
been
trust me, I've been a game in 0 moves before.
They call it the fool's mate, but keep in mind, we have been making better fools since then.
Well, the easiest solution is this: just stare at them until they get scared. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? Oh, Phoenix, you shouldn't have.
The ones that come with a card attached every month, like clockwork for you? Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy.
Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns.
Wendy? Isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that's stalking?
That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further.
Yeah, I think we should move on from that. Let's hope they don't show up in this game. For all our sakes.
I'm sure we're safe.
They finished photographing the body, so should be all right to examine this area. Just keep your mind off the scary old
Say
lady.
the line, Edgebird.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Yeah!
The line!
Gumshoe.
Oh, right, I forgot my name again. Your files are all over the floor, sir.
Gumshoe, do I need to staple your name to your chest?
With the mirror, perhaps.
I don't think that'd work, sir. I can't see my chest.
How about if I just staple it over your eyes? They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled.
Does he have a life?
I question that. Also from
All
Haven
right.
Splendor,
I
Advanced Fools upgraded Enhance. Foolproof was a challenge and we proved it wrong. Thank you.
Now reach into the guy's nook.
Well, we've already seen his cranny.
Now finger the cranny.
Suddenly,
Hey, I think I've seen one of
Suddenly
these
this
before.
suddenly this investigation has become a different type of crime. It's a police badge, detective.
Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinkydink.
You forget your gun, you forget your badge. Gumshoe, you would forget your head if it wasn't attached to your neck. And
Oh,
along
crap,
with
where's
it,
my head? Where's my head? I think I did forget it.
your name is stapled to it. You cannot lose it. Please, Gumshoe.
Unless he's looking for
Anyway,
the one that should go in
let's-
his pants.
Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. Oh, and his name is written inside. No wonder you keep forgetting it. I bet you lose this on every occasion. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other.
Not quite yet,
Yes.
though.
Did you put your name in the goblets of fire?
Dumbledore said come.
Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area.
Looked like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Yep. And until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Oh, Gumshoe, between you and me, you know I'll always know more than the autopsy.
Very true.
And
Please.
always
Especially
update
after you
the
update it
autopsy
5
report.
times.
Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene.
That one moment, I swear, from Edgeworth, like, gets absolutely dunked on for all the real-life lawyers that play this game. It's hilarious.
Are you gonna be okay keeping track of the evidence we find, sir?
Of course. It's the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
Alright, if you say so.
I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press...
Say the letter. Say it.
Sorry, I have traumatic memories of a night with
Say it.
that letter. Tell
Say
my
it.
organizer.
Coward.
The organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too.
Like a professional. Totally not creepy.
Hey, I said that letter once, and he halved my salary.
And you
I
better
ain't
not do
saying
it
it.
again. Or you better not do it again, or I'll become a quarter. A literal quarter.
Oh, no.
It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often.
Just to make sure they haven't, gone missing.
Okay. So we already did this on the test stream, but you remember what the solution was?
Okay, let's see. We put this piece together and this piece here.
Spill the tea.
The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? And do not commit any of those crimes you were speaking of.
Yes, sir. On it now, sir. I will keep my hands to myself, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see, what do we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster.
So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver.
It's got a pony on it. Look, sir. As
Yay,
I always
ponies.
say, you've got to look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can
Oh,
use
it's a
up,
Colt
down,
487.
left, right to rotate an object.
Or whatever
There's
his
no
name
such
is.
thing as a bad angle unless you're taking a photograph of me. All my driver's license attests to that. Use Q and the other letter to zoom in and out to get at the nitty-gritty.
Thank you for respecting my boundaries, Gumshoe.
My wallet thanks me.
It looks like only one round was fired from this.
Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yep, so we can rule you out because you do not have any idea what a gun is. We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. Well, I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to Ott.
Jim! Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you?
Are you alright?
Don't touch me! Leave me alone. Just let me be.
Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body.
We've had enough crimes today.
Body? The body! Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. That's my job. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. He's just sleeping with ketchup packets.
Sure, just in a blood-stained suit, pal?
I'm sure you're not listening to him. He said there was ketchup. This is it. We're done here. Goodbye.
Where are my manners?
Aren't you that prosecutor?
That doesn't narrow it down, but yes, I'm Jacques Sportsman, prosecutor. Bet you never met before, except now. Jim here was my partner in crime busting.
I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, Jackie's, I am also a prosecutor.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir.
So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office?
Will that incriminate me?
I don't know, I can't read.
Yes, that is correct.
And it was you! You're the one who killed Jim!
You see, I was
Fallen into
lying.
his trap, sir.
It's actually you, Gumshoe. Take it from me.
Hey, don't go jumping. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay?
I will not! I know how things work around here. High prosecutors' office doors have all locks built into them.
What happens if they haven't used cannabis recently?
That's... What?
Whoa, okay, come.
that one took me a second to get.
And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her, I can't tell, own office door.
That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So, the only one who could get in here was me.
What?
Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means.
So it was you, then! You're Jim's killer.
No way, pal, you got it all wrong.
Everyone, calm down. Officers, please arrest Dick Gumshoe. Mr. Portsman, correct?
Yes.
If you are a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected.
Jeez, I thought you guys were friends.
The investigation has only just begun. I'm sorry, did you just say that I was friends with Gumshoe, mysterious man in the sky?
Yes, that's what I claim.
Nope. He is disposable to me as you are.
Oh.
Isn't it too early to be drawing? You think I need you to move me around? I can move around on my own free will.
Free will's an
everyone
illusion.
can.
I
They're
control
called-
everything.
He controls
Everyone
the
moves
horizontal
around
and
on
the
their
vertical.
own. Everyone moves around on their own. It's called legs. You walk with them.
What about the ones who don't have them?
Game.
Alright, I get the point. Alright, my bad. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool, calm, collected man, though, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor, or something like that. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway,
Not in here
let's
as
call
a
it truce and
team.
work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Come on.
Oh,
Come on, I got fancy gloves just for this.
Well, I mean, if you're asking, a pleasure to work with you.
You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in. Carry on. See your room after all. I'm gonna talk to the corpse.
Oh, thank you. Go right ahead. I intend to.
I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jimmy.
Hey, take all the time you
You
need.
there, person in the corner.
Sir?
Epic bro shake.
He touched another man.
I want you to capture this scene on film for me. Do people still have film, or is it digital cameras now? I can't tell. My final farewell to my partner.
We
Jim.
are in the future past.
Yeah, I think in the
Sure thing,
timeline.
sir.
this is
Now,
like
pose him
2020.
like one of your French partners.
This is supposed to be 28. This is supposed to be 2018.
This is the meme where the guy's just peace posing in front of a gravestone.
Yes.
I'll
Oh.
give them some space.
Nope.
And people on the internet will immortalize this.
What space?
Mr. Portsman, a word if I may.
Okay, only one word. Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. It'll be for the both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something?
No, that's all right. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. How could I? How could I? Come on, Edgeworth. Read the room. How is it coming along?
Please, I need absolute silence. This picture is too important to mess up.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I'll leave the man to his art. Make
This
sure
guy-
to get his good side.
This guy must be an apprentice to Kagami. I'm just saying.
Who?
What's his name again?
Yeah, I don't understand. Who are you talking about?
I thought it was
Kagami.
I thought it was
Yagami?
You called, sir?
Do you mean Kaniza? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh my gosh.
Present the badge.
Yep, I must do the thing.
I can't remember his name. Is it Tsutsugamushi?
Your prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to my police badge. Oh, but it's really cool, sir. Much cooler than my badge could ever be.
Innuendo
That's
much,
right.
Gumshoe?
Guys, isn't
Gumshoe?
everything Gumshoe?
Never again, ever compare something of mine being smaller to yours, okay? There's no need to suck up to me, detective.
Right,
Remove
right.
the up
your,
then.
your ego is also much... My ego is also much smaller than yours.
And you'll only suck down.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable by this conversation, sir.
You weren't saying that last night.
Oh, here we go.
The victim's gun, huh? It's the same model as mine.
Edward, you're cheating on Phoenix?
Listen, I've already met a new man tonight. My emotions are all over the place.
Rip shipping wars. It ends here.
No!
Still, you protect lives. It's one that can also take lives away. Those who take a gun in hand wield a great responsibility. I hope you understand that.
I've never... Okay, well, he's about to say that anyway. I don't really use my gun at all, sir. The only time I'd use this baby is when I'm fighting a hot duel with a convict to look ultra cool.
Gumshoe, you were doing so well until that last bit, but you and I both know that between the two of us... No, actually, this is just apparent to anybody. You are not cool.
Oof.
Oh, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor?
Well, that's what happens when gravity acts upon things. It must
I
have
don't
fallen off the
understand
wall.
logic. You expect me to understand gravity?
This is a fair point. It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
So, killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster.
It's not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there's something more here.
Huh? Like what?
Like, if I wear that right now, do you think I'd have a shot with that guy over there?
I mean,
I-
the gold would really bring out your eyes.
You sure think so, lady in the sky?
I'm sorry, but you don't have a shot with me. I'm married.
You're married?
I
Edgeworth,
take it you haven't noticed it yet, detective.
Edgeworth, I'm concerned at these voices you are hearing.
Gumshoe, when you get your own game, you'll understand.
This will
Oh.
never
If.
happen.
If you get your own game.
Well, first
Now
it's got
you
to appear in
understand why
the...
Phoenix was so
I take it
insane
you
all the
haven't
time.
noticed it yet, detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Really?
Yes, it's something bigger than you can ever imagine. Did I say
That's pretty
contradiction?
big, sir. Because I
I
can
know.
imagine some pretty big things, let me tell you.
Bow, chicka, bow,
He
wow.
must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him.
Him!
mean-
Who could it be?
Him!
That man.
But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way.
Because I have legs.
When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's where my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction.
Gunshot.
This is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my eyes at it and press T with conviction. Gumshoe, hand me my T.
Conviction, he says.
Sir, how do you press tea? Don't you, like, steep it or something?
Gumshoe, don't get into the specifics of how tea works. You and I both know you have never drank anything as sophisticated as tea. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. And in this relationship,
Not like it's
only what I do, baby. You and I will act. Stop! This bullet hole is the contradiction.
What do you mean, sir?
It's elementary, my dear. Yeah, you're not worthy of that title. 2 shots are fired in this room.
The title of Wilson?
Watson.
Or Watson.
No, guys, it's
Wilson!
I have
It's
no idea what you're all talking about. In this world, there is no such thing as a Dr. Watson.
That's true.
It's Dr.
The first
Wilson.
found the
and
victim.
And
Sherlock
Sholmes.
Holmes.
Did you guys see that in the second game they actually referenced Sholmes?
Oh my gosh, really?
They do, yeah.
Nice.
And the second failed this frame.
Hey, that's right!
However, Gumshoe, why are you pointing that at me? This gun was only fired once. If I were Nagito, I'd say go ahead, pull the trigger, but you know.
No!
Despair!
Hey, that's true too.
Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? I mean, depending on how many guns he has, I might have to fall for him as well.
By the way, I noticed something, sir.
Yes?
What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame?
Ah, that's a secret safe.
A secret safe? Oh, I smell money!
I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. After the incident with my wallet a few weeks back, I cannot trust you with around anything in this safe. Now, if you would kindly move this frame out of the way.
Roger that. Oh, talk about dusty.
Well, I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here. I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So, when did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So therefore, you must die.
Or, what if that makes me a prosecutor?
Oh!
Gumshoe,
Pay him more.
Gumshoe, you and I both know that would never happen.
So what's inside?
Pigs would sooner fly.
So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. Sorry, I don't know why I adopted a country accent there all of a sudden.
Right now, nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, what's in the safe?
We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
I'm pretty sure he does that on a regular basis, like 5 times a night.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
He said it again.
It's not like we'll have to hear that a million times.
Now this is odd.
Found something, sir?
Yes, this keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean?
Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
You there, the forensic scientist.
Oh,
Would you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You
check.
got it, sir.
Yeah, I think it was the first time. That's fine.
I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well.
I see. By the way, can you wipe all the earwax off of there? You got it all over my safe.
Excuse me? What earwax on the safe? Hold on. I better get on this even more thoroughly with my ear cleaner.
My God, it appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly calmly play connect the dots with the information we have.
You heard the man. It's logic time.
Yes, press the club. Okay.
Sir,
now,
I don't see
let's
any dots. This is just puzzle pieces.
Hold on a second. Let's see. Just put this piece right here. Which one is this? Let's see. I believe this piece goes. No. This one.
Do you remember what it was, guys?
No.
A killer skull and white fingerprints.
Let's see. Is it this one?
Genius.
Let me sip some of my tea here.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm a genius. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after. It's easy. All you have to do is shove your puzzle pieces together.
Well, what is it, sir?
The fact that the
Shove it
safe
like
was wiped.
something else.
Ah!
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft. I believe it's looking more and more like you're the culprit, Gumshoe.
Hey, you
wonder
just
if
said there was no money in it. Why would I want to steal some dumb old evidence?
You had no idea about that until just now.
You cannot prove that I thought there were stacks of gold bars in there.
Who said anything about gold bars, Gumshoe? Ah-ha-ha!
But what if the
You
gold
did,
bars were
just
evidence?
now.
Shoot, dang it. I wonder if knowing the motive behind this break-in was theft. Changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. How do I pin this on Gumshoe? Let's see. Yeah, do this right here. And let's see, does this one go together? Man, this two-piece puzzle is really difficult. So let's just see. Just oh. There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Yes, precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Gumshoe, you don't know what a library is. Sure, let's give that a try.
Acknowledged.
Excuse me. Why do all the good ones always die young?
Are you good there, young man?
He's just been sitting here the whole time.
My leg. It feels like it's going to fall off.
Wait, stand up.
No. Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I'm still alive and I'm pretty young. Why don't you and I discuss this matter over a nice cup of tea?
Oh my.
I prefer the cold ones.
Oh, sure. No matter how much we
and
lament,
clearly,
the
as you
dead
can
will not come
tell,
back to life.
interested as you are, I'm not used to spending time on my knees.
All you can do.
Oh my gosh.
I love that!
Edgeworth, these voices in your head, do something about them.
I love it!
Gumshoe, can you take over for me?
Are you a little weak in the knees, Edgeworth? Maybe
Shut up!
time.
All we can do is search for the truth.
Oh, I got you.
And-
Dejected.
Oh my god, that was so good. I'm writing that down.
My knee feels so much better. So what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding this truth thing?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna make another
First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place.
Are you going to cry?
I'm
What
not
did I
crying.
miss?
Shut up.
I'm
I'm just remembering my favorite episode of The Steel Samurai.
Oh.
What's a steel samurai?
Don't-
I have much to tell you, it seems. Shall we over a cup of iced coffee?
Let's finish this investigation first. You got it! Here, let me help.
You know what? You're right. For your dead partner.
So this file goes here, and that book goes there.
You should know a lot about where things go, despite it being somebody else's office.
Oh, I know where everything goes when it comes to Edgeworth. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done.
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
Ugh. Bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh.
I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf.
And the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out.
And why are you a detective?
I've got it, Gumshoe. The victim was actually a woman, and she had a very unfortunate, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, don't finish that thought.
Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
Coward?
Yeah. No, I'm no good with blood, sir.
Especially of the menstrual variety.
Oh my god.
Nah.
I'm certain that there's something wrong with this
Hey,
picture.
no uterus, no opinion.
I'm just not gonna say anything.
So, this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? Looks like he OD'd on bullet.
Incredible.
Oh. You should go
For
run
the
the comic
bullet to be
club.
lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred.
I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Yes, it
I
does.
don't know, maybe the safe. It gotta be the safe.
There is clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole!
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see?
I don't see anything, sir.
Oh, that's right, I forgot
my
your
name over my eyes.
I forgot your name was stapled in front of your eyes. Let me grab that for you, Gumshoe. Oh my god. Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot... No, my microphone fell over!
Oh no!
No.
Sorry, 1 second, I need to correct this. Anyway, if the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot. Which suggests that he was standing here when he was shot.
Maybe he just has 4 arms. Wait, what does that mean, sir?
Which means you need to go back to preschool. And that you need to use your own brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. The victim
I bet it was me.
The victim is actually not female. We have deduced this through
Brilliant.
pure logic. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position?
Order of the files.
The order of the files is a bit off.
Files.
Sorry,
The Lord of the
I had
Flies is a bit
I had a
off.
really terrible TV show on my brain called Firefly.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, no.
Let's go!
He said really terrible. He said
Gumshoe.
Rock's fault, everybody dies.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now?
The DM will remember this.
Yeah, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird.
I'm impressed, Gumshoe. You actually did pass preschool. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are out of order. I mean, I only got past preschool, sir, but I can count to 3.
Gumshoe.
Well, that makes you
when
better
you're-
than those guys at Valve.
Love it.
Gumshoe, when you get to be my age, you will learn that counting in order does not mean anything. Those white binders are special, and so they are arranged a little differently. Trust me, when you get introduced to algebra, you will not believe how many numbers are replaced with letters. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha! So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. It's your specialty.
Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe.
We're weakened
why
at
is this-
Bernie'sing this shit.
Well, hold on. Why is it? Whoa. Why is his spine all out of order? Jacques, what were you doing with this?
It's shock.
Guys,
I was simply making sure the picture would be perfect.
Ah,
And
understandable.
I did
I
ask
see.
him to pose him like his French partner.
Ah, well, no need for further questions, I see.
I tried.
As I-
I may have tried to pose him like the actual state of France.
Even I know
That-
France is not a state. Not sure
How
about
dare you-
Gumshoe here.
Don't
He
you
probably
dare
thinks it's a
contradict
province.
him. He's a prosecutor. You are forensic scientist number 824.
It's 827, sir.
I do not give a shit. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith.
and then put the files back in numerical order, I guess.
Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look.
Wait,
This.
what is that? They misspelled my name. Why does it say gumho on there in blood?
I would say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Were the impeccable spelling of the person who wrote that actually competent?
Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. Snore, this is what I was looking for.
No, wait. There's gotta be some mistake.
Silence, gumho!
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me say something, sir.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Oh no, gumho. Is this what the killer was really after? Investigation complete.
It looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. I think it might have been incomplete, I don't know. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved slave is the guilty party.
On the contrary, I was looking for exactly this moment.
Oh.
If you are going to accuse Detective Gumho of being the culprit, though, we need to make sure that our case is airtight. I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up.
Jim's words, I don't know. It looks incomplete. It's more than enough, wouldn't you say?
I'm sorry, but if that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. We gotta make sure this is absolutely perfect.
You got it.
I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. He's not responding to my advances at all. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out, because it's impossible that anybody would not fall for me.
Mr. Edgeworth, What are you gonna do?
What I always do in court: strip and hope for the best.
I mean, it worked on Phoenix, didn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I
it
think I
does.
came to the wrong career.
I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Ooh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir?
Should we? Yeah.
Nah, we know how to do it.
All right, maybe some other time.
Gumshoe,
Gumshoe
Mr.
gets
Portsman.
blue-balled again.
if you are ready.
Oh, if you don't have time, you can just say so, sir.
He just did, kind of.
By ignoring you.
Mr. Portsmouth's logic.
Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words, I don't know, that you will be brought to justice.
You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer.
I can hear Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Or for a repair to his spine, I can't tell anymore.
Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here.
And I don't need Maya to prove it.
He is way
I
too
will-
dumb to commit murder.
I will find the flaw in this man's logic. It's sad but true, but we must accept our reality. We must expose it with credible evidence. As I said earlier, he doesn't even know what a gun is.
I mean, he's obviously lying. He got Detective Gumho's name wrong.
Oh, you're
Clearly.
right. That must be the contradiction.
No, I simply read his badge that you stuck on his face.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, let me 1 second. Let me just staple that right back on there. Says he doesn't even see anymore.
Ow!
Stop complaining. It's just a staple in your forehead. Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters?
Because the body covered them quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something.
Well, I certainly miss having a salary, pal.
Well, that makes two of us.
Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal.
There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. Like how you haven't cleaned that jacket of your ramen in months. I can smell it.
Well, I can't say I disagree with him on that point.
Hey, just because I can't afford detergent doesn't mean anything. Why don't you say something, sir? Night, you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence.
I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike. Volleyball!
Oh wait,
'Cause
you like
sportsman.
To play with balls, do you?
Sports ball.
Hey, achievement. Out of nowhere.
Objection.
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic.
Bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem. I'm game. You see, I'm a sports person. It's how I
Ooh.
make my only money. I don't get paid for this. This is an internship.
Oh wait, what
Oh,
happened?
you're gay, huh?
I'm an unpaid
Well,
intern.
Me too.
Really? Really?
What? That's what you said, right? You're gay.
I said I'm an intern.
There we go.
Exactly, gay.
I can't help but find it odd.
Excuse me.
Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office.
Also, welcome to the Arrange soundtrack for those curious.
What are you talking about? Where are those trumpets coming from? Oh, you're joking. I get it.
If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file?
What? That's impossible.
What's impossible, Mr. Portsman?
Nothing at all.
The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt that they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spine.
It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder.
I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on.
No, they just got the blood from elsewhere.
The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof.
Doesn't everyone just carry a vial of blood to write letters in?
Yeah, I mean, the S is gone and there's only half an H.
What S
Gumho.
do you mean? Your name has always been Gumho.
Gumho, please. Don't kid yourself. If Detective Gumho really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name. I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood, menstrual or otherwise.
Which means what? Exactly? What does that make this dying message?
It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. In other words, it makes it literally what every single dying message is in any murder mystery ever.
Only 95% of the time.
Like, have those ever been correct? Ever?
Once.
I think like once. I can think of one time.
I think of one time too. I
That's
think it's
so
the same
low.
one.
I can't believe a criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time.
Well, Mr. Jaquez.
It's shock. Brilliant. Logic deserving of Olympic gold.
Oh, you think so? I mean, I appreciate the praise, but I mean, it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed.
You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
But
do
you
you
know,
think the body
it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however.
Oh.
Gumho,
Oh.
line.
Gumho!
What is it this time? You still after me, pal?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office again?
Hold on. You're after him? But
That-
I'm right here.
That would be me.
I am after my
What?
medal.
Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal.
Here we go again.
Dramatic code.
You have not proved anything. Except you have. That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. For now.
Oh, then why do I sense you still have something to say? That white coat of yours, oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Keep doing that. Oh.
This is for the people in the audience. I was thinking, did you know that there's one other person with a key to this office?
One other person?
Hey, you, Blue Man.
Yes, so what is it, sir?
Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me?
If you get 3 police
A
officers
lady?
together, do they
Wait.
make up the Blue Man Group?
Are you telling me to go to gay? What?
The girl is a member of this building's security, that's all. Think of her as a material witness.
Oh,
And
thank
my
God.
budget.
Wait, what?
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal, don't.
What's wrong with him all of a sudden?
Hello.
I believe she needs no introduction, but I'm going to give one anyway. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security.
Detective Gumho, sir.
Oh.
Sorry,
Maggie,
I almost forgot. Sorry.
Miss Bird is a security guard on watch tonight.
I see. So she's not affiliated with you. Good. And your point is.
She's associated with my bank account and nothing more. My point is, she could very well have used
Are you
And
saying
by
you're
it-
her sugar daddy?
the other way around. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. It's like a game mechanic.
what?
If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe. Gumho, I cannot tell anymore. My memory's spotty. I only care about the sports. The only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. Like, what if last time I did that, I walked in on some, things.
What thing?
That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie is the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
So, for everyone else in the room, can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So, yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right?
Say that again, please, but into the microphone.
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Just accept your defeat gracefully.
Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. And what I'm
Yes.
That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason.
Yeah, you better listen to this, Gumshoe.
Reason for suspicion.
Also, hello,
Me.
Shannon. Welcome to the stream. These people are my friends that are doing this dub with me. So, just briefly from left to right again. Brightfire, then Feli/Chester44, then Kaylin, Legon, Nightcrawler, and Overgrowth. So, fellow Ace Attorney fans, here with me dubbing the whole duology over time. But yeah. Here we go.
It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe, whatever, isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
So you're saying that she used the master key?
Yes, the master key. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? Indubitably.
I would. That's it. We're done. Gumshoe and Maggie Bird arrested. Mr. Portsman, would you like to come with me?
How dare you?
Anyway, that's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
Edgeworth.
That
If you
was
don't defend
then.
me here.
This is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally.
Thank
I play
goodness.
tennis too.
Thank goodness for the
yes.
history log.
We've got plenty of time to play with balls. Don't worry about that.
You be
You really
silent.
know the meaning of your name, Edge.
It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. How else can I avoid this flirtations?
What is an edge?
Hold on.
Anyway.
Avoid them. I'm
No,
lobbing them
don't.
at you so
You don't want to
nicely.
know, okay?
If I wonder if I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. Probably not, though. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him.
You will not press
Against the
anything.
wall, probably.
But where
No.
would you press him, Edgeworth? Where indeed?
I mean, he is up
Right
against
up-
the wall.
Right up against the bookshelf.
This is a
Get right-
desk.
Get right there. Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key?
We only have one person here tonight. And tonight it's her. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
I,
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Hogwash.
yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by some pigeon.
Hey! What do you mean, unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
Did you just call me a pigeon?
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. I mean, she's the only one on staff. Plus, I hate wasting time.
Should I hear the pigeon out or not?
Wait, if
I
she's
don't
the only one
know.
on staff, then who's watching the
Edgeworth.
front door?
That's a good question.
Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what the pigeon has to say.
Edgeworth, you want?
Oh,
you
it's a
better call me
trend.
by my name.
Didn't I just
Or
say it'd be a
else.
waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies.
Or else what, Miss Pigeon?
Then I will call you Mr. E.
Please, no. Don't do that.
Rush E, if you will.
I'll put the ginger's at. Miss Maggie Bird, if you please.
Thank you. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir.
What do you mean by missing? Please elaborate, please.
As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. I saw
Ah.
this weird, like, blue shadow guy.
You're right. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? Please.
I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by her.
I'm not lying, sir.
If that's the case, then I'd like to know, why do you have it now?
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
A likely story. And where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? You don't have security cameras, do you? Of course not. I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again later.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that.
In fact, she's still a virgin. She never lost that.
Yeah, like,
I mean, to
look,
be fair, her target is Gumshoe.
Gumho has no game, okay? Seriously, I've been
Zing.
like, having hints for so long, and yet.
He-
Oh.
So
And
what
he
you're
was
saying is
trying-
he is a very misnamed person.
Yes.
Indeed.
He has
And he was
lived it.
trying to make fun of me for something being bigger than mine.
With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal. Trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is.
Yeah, like my luck with men.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive, but I will.
Good,
take it
glad
into
you agree,
consideration.
Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not going to let you finish speaking.
No, please.
Yeah.
I will
But,
heavily consider
but
it.
you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that was theft? Let me check the...
Let me
Yes,
check my
yes it is.
coat.
I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. Yes, that's what the notes inside here say.
Yes, Miss. It is. Oh my God! It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective.
It's distracting me.
That's too alluring. I can't ignore the fact that all of the evidence points towards a motive of theft. Theft of someone's virginity.
Oh.
Aww.
But I'm done taking blows.
Speaking of virginity,
It's time for me to give. It's time for me to give some
Oh my god.
counterattack with a few blows of my own.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Get
sorry.
on your knees.
New statement.
Her intent, from the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery.
Hey, wipe down safe? I don't think so, buddy.
I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However,
That looks pretty wiped down to me. I mean, you aren't
Right.
trying to go for a gray on black paint job, are you? Glad to hear that the
No,
great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me.
I would never go for something unless that's what you want. Would you prefer that? I can
He
reject
is
this whole
performing the
office right
mating
now.
ritual.
Like,
He's performing the mating ritual between prosecutors.
Here, we see two wild prosecutors. As you can see here, one of them is flapping his coat in a mating ritual. Will the other respond?
Edgeworth?
With regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe, just keep it together.
Hey, good thinking, asking for my opinion on the matter.
Oh, I just
Clearly, the other
know-
prosecutor is playing hard to get.
Now,
I just need to keep hear you talking. Just keep talking, please.
and now,
Now.
here we see the alpha prosecutor establishing dominance by talking over the beta prosecutor.
Prosecutor.
Now we just need a mega
I don't
prosecutor.
like this.
Meanwhile,
What
the
do you
Gamma
do to allow-
detective is just standing on the
Oh,
side.
don't worry. I have a feeling I'll meet the Omega prosecutor like in 2 weeks or so.
Oh.
No, that was Phoenix.
Would it be
That's
too much for
Phoenix!
you to- Oh my gosh. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence?
The voices will not.
Hey,
Quick note. Shannon, who's watching the stream, says, "I want to put this tennis player through a wood chipper." Good job, I guess.
That's fair.
Right.
That's
That
fair.
is my future boyfriend you're talking about.
no.
So I mean, you consider
You're
it.
married.
I'm not married to anyone.
I'm
You're
married
married to
to
your
my
job.
sports.
You know that you've messed up when Edgeworth points at his head and makes an O face.
We were insisting that Miss Maggie Bird, right? Miss Maggie Bird was
Yes.
set on stealing something.
Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway.
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe.
How is
I
it
can
much of a
still-
secret? I can see it right now.
Well, I mean, I just know that I can store whatever we need in there. I mean, you know,
Who's this we?
if you have any particular interests, I can keep them hidden. Just in, you know, whatever we decide to bring to the office at night. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors.
And
I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Chocolate.
Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe.
I've been deceived!
Now I can see how you
That mean-
use your teeth.
And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing
I
that the
do,
killer
please.
is a prosecutor? Not you!
Oh. Well, I bought this ring for nothing then.
Aww.
Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable, but I still have absolutely no idea what prosecutor it could have been. Oh, by the way, I have some chocolate here. Would you like that?
No chocolate!
What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now?
Curses! Why? What mean?
What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins for 2 weeks.
Wait, hold on.
That's why I told
You
him.
were
I filled
cheating
him
on
in on the
me.
secret safes. We were never in a relationship, sir.
I mean, we're about to be though, right?
Gumshoe.
And that means
Yes, I know. I had only just told him to. Obviously, it was wrong to me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
He's the blue man?
Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief?
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird.
Excuse me?
Yes, I used your full
no.
name. Get over it.
No, please, she didn't do it.
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in a risky profession. You're supposed to just scare them off.
What? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder?
Yes and no. I mean, she stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir.
Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office.
Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key.
He looks very confused.
Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him.
Look, I don't touch dead bodies. That's your thing.
So what if that's what I'm into?
All the posing.
God.
Necrophilia.
Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? Is this what I have to look forward to in our relationship?
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense, and for me to be clear.
Does he know honor? Also, wait, hold on, what did you say after that?
Now that I think we're done here, there are no more questions. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out?
You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case.
Wait, since when?
Since an hour ago. You're all suspects of varying degrees and therefore eligible to return. Ineligible to run this show. I can speak.
Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Oh, pish posh.
Detective Gumho, calm yourself.
But, sir...
I will use... Oh. We have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands.
Oh, trust me, honey. I know. I understand a whole lot
Be
more.
silent, fool. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. I may actually listen to you for once.
Mark my words, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, in that case, we will meet again.
If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose I have no choice but to agree. Now don't disappoint me, you hear?
Don't be a disappointment in bed.
I promise
be
not to.
continued.
We're halfway through, or actually, honestly, probably a bit more than halfway.
Hooray!
Because we have less tutorial to go through.
Huzzah.
Any objection to
All
quick
right.
bathroom break?
Quick
Hey,
bathroom
go,
break?
piss
Sure.
off.
Let's do
Bio
it.
break.
Real quick.
Alright, I'll be back in a moment.
Oh, piss off.
So Shannon
I'm gonna go
says
scream.
the conflict of interest here is the size of Zeus.
Oh my god.
All right, I'll be back myself. I'm gonna refill on water.
Not
Well,
just
this
like
has been
summon a
entertaining so
ghost.
far.
Is someone summon a ghost or something?
Potentially.
All right, time for bed. Good night.
Bye.
Oh. I didn't get my afternoon nap today. My cat self is eepy.
You take naps?
Yes.
Yeah,
She
they're
is-
wonderful, actually.
She is
Naps.
like half a cat. She's just
Come on.
perpetually tired.
I'm always tired. Like
Oh, so you're like the Hulk.
what?
The Hulk's secret is he's always angry. So that's you, except tired instead of angry.
Yes.
When she's super tired, she turns into a cat.
I've screamed. I think I'm okay now.
You good?
No.
Relatable.
Yeah.
I remember when I worked at a beach not long ago, there was this one guy who would walk out of the building across from where I worked, walk slowly down on the boardwalk, walk down onto the beach, unfold a chair, set it down onto the beach, sit down in the chair, face the ocean, and scream for 5 solid minutes before calmly standing up, folding up the chair, and walking back up and inside every morning.
That's what I need in my life, honestly.
back.
It was like therapy.
It was also a mental institution that he walked out of, so...
Oh!
If it was socially acceptable to just scream, that would be my life. Sometimes you need a good scream.
I mean, just as long as it's into like a pillow or something.
Reminds me, I had a friend that had a stab pillow that whenever they got angry, they would take a knife and stab a certain pillow that they had specifically for that purpose.
That sounds like red flag behavior.
A little. They're better
I
now.
love how you said a little and then let out a slightly maniacal laugh.
Hides my pillow. No, I don't do that.
And then begins the awkward silence.
Insert Final Jeopardy soundtrack here.
I love how that's so out of sync.
Don't worry.
Oh God, wait, we
that's
forgot to
absolutely good.
sync.
I'll figure it out. We'll do it right now. 3, 2, 1. Wait, no, hold on. Everybody's not here. We'll do it later. But I'm putting the Jeopardy theme in the video. Just randomly. Just like it'll be like, all right, we didn't finish half the case, then just cut to us just doing Oh boy. So how was everybody's day today?
I have suffered, so everybody else must suffer.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. You missed the Jeopardy.
Welcome. By the way, yeah, I forgot we didn't sync earlier, so we need to sync right now. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, sync.
Sync.
All right, cool.
Yeah, honestly, I was gonna mention something off stream, but it's something that's fixable afterwards. But we're on track. Also from Shannon.
Cool. As long as there's nothing significant that went wrong.
Shannon was asking, what was that from Falai? What? I hesitate to ask what I missed. Oh.
There was a ghost summoning.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
did you call me Filet? My name is not Filet, it's Falai. F-A-L-A-I.
That's what Shannon
Why
said,
do
not
people
me.
call me Filet? I am not a fish.
All right.
It's because they want some fillet mignon.
But you do have a fish form, or at least a shark form.
That hurts. That hurts me right here.
Good.
All right.
It's
Gumshoe.
supposed to.
Second half of the case. Let's do it.
What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
Did I leave my ball outside?
That's the right here.
Now I'll leave it there. I'm investigating.
I was hoping I was counting on that one. Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real, solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir.
Oh, we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir! Gum-ho! Don't ignore me! Gum-ho!
True. So then, what now?
Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Miles, can you give me your boyfriend's number so he can defend me again?
Do not despair, Miss Maggie Bird. We can overcome this as well. You do not need to know anything about my boyfriend, although I think I might have a new one here soon enough. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
But also, ¿quién no las dos?
Eh? Really, sir?
For example, this hallway.
It is a good hallway, sir.
The linchpin of this argument against Miss Maggie Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door.
You mean how, like...
Investigation.
You mean how your sign no longer exists on your door?
What? Who took my sign away?
Who's this again?
What's Pain doing here?
You'll have to remember. You'll have to remember all your rules from memory, sir.
Oh, I'll have to write them down all over again and staple them to the door. And is everything all right, Miss Officer?
Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally 154 pounds.
Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room. I don't really care, although, honestly, I'm feeling you up. You feel pretty.
Edgeworth!
He's just running his finger along his chest.
He's investigating too hard.
Oh, he is!
Oh, these pecs. You just feel...
Investigating every nook and cranny, you
feel-
could say.
Oh,
Everything's-
stroke those pecs, sir.
Oh, everything's okay, sir.
A word of advice, I'm out of your league. Stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight.
Oh my god. Oh. Alright. I guess life can be pain. I don't know.
It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
That's so perfect for him. Oh my god.
And
I
I like how Winston Payne is so inconsequential they didn't even give him a name. He's just prosecutor.
Or maybe there's just a whole bunch of Winston Paynes, just like there's a whole bunch of what's the name of that doctor from Half-Life?
Oh, crap, what is his name?
I like to see that
Barney is the security guard. What the heck is this guy's name?
I can't remember.
Do not know.
Red Yoshi with the stretch, so I will stretch while you guys keep going.
To be sure, murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
We never need advice from you.
Oh, gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy?
That's why he has no name.
What is a basketball hoop doing here?
I know, right?
I feel like we know
practice
whose
putting the
office
balls
this
in the
is.
hole.
Ah.
Hey, didn't
Well,
this
hold on.
used
You
to
don't
be
put
just outside next to the building a long time ago?
Miss Maggie Bird. I know. I don't mean to say this, but you don't put those things in the hole.
Oh, you see, I have no experience because of this one.
Oh
man.
man.
You know what? That's fine. We'll find a way to steal your virginity yet.
God, steal it.
Gumshoe, did you go? I'm sorry.
I did.
Okay.
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth!
Edgeworth is gone. He's thinking about balls.
Big bouncy balls in a hallway.
Or
Oh
Bouncing down a
my.
hallway.
possibly just he's trying to rack his brain who the heck that guy is. I know I've seen him
Weiner, that
before.
was his name.
What? I mean, isn't that guy Kaniza?
Right?
No,
No,
I'm pretty sure he was an
talking
investigator.
about the scientist from Half-Life. There were a ton of Dr. Isaac Kleiners.
Oh, I see.
Edgeworth, are you there?
I think he died.
There we go. There we go.
Edgeworth, no!
Here, don't worry.
It's too
I have
young.
I'm right here.
Edgeworth is dead. We'll never see him
Gumshoe.
again. It's
Gumshoe.
like
I'll go get the
I can
coroner.
still hear his voice deep in my mind.
Smacks him. Gumshoe!
Oh,
Oh, that's exactly what Gumshoe. That's exactly what Edgeworth would do.
Sorry. There was a fly in the air.
You're
Anyway,
Yep.
I'm here. So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor? They
Don't
must
go-
be pretty stacked as well.
Yeah.
maybe that's how he's down to 154 pounds.
What is a basketball doing here?
That's mine.
That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
I can hear you.
And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway.
Say it louder.
That's better talk.
Playing with
What
balls.
sport is
however.
suitable to be played in a hallway?
Well, let me
Shuffleboard.
tell you.
Unironically,
Curling.
mini golf.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Yay!
Like you did with that officer?
Yay.
How dare you?
Oh, that was not me. Okay, I'm just gonna clarify this. Oh my god, it's
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, shh.
Oh!
Oh, isn't that the missing Zero Serious file, sir?
no doubt about it. The bloody letters marked clear as day. Your name really is Gumshoe. There seem to be a few pages missing, though. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind, including Maggie Bird's virginity.
So,
No one's
I
more
almost
surprised
had
than
it
her.
taken. It was almost taken, sir.
so
I could have had it.
what are these Zero files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belonged to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
Then that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that... Blah. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. And why
Yeah,
is
well-
10 years? And why is 10 years always the length of time that's elapsed between now and a relevant case?
It's not 10 years, it's always 7 years. But yes, Gumshoe, why would anyone care about a case that happened years ago? Maybe they've got some trauma. You ever think about that? This office.
Is that Mr. Edgeworth? Is that why you're scared of that letter?
Don't even think about saying that accursed letter.
What? The
Well,
letter
thing-
E?
The thing I was trapped in, the thing that stopped it working. You know what they both start with.
No, it's
1, 2,
Levator.
3.
It doesn't start with the E.
1203.
The
Hey,
Vader.
Maggie, whose room is this again?
It's Mr. Portsman, sir.
So he's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas.
What happened to
He's
your
my-
old neighbor?
We don't talk about his old neighbor.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
That's the 4th time, damn it.
I'm
You see,
keeping the
sir?
tally.
You see, sir? Your sign is gone.
Well, I've got no choice. Gumshoe, hand me my chisel. I must engrave it into the door.
Yes, sir. I always keep it handy in case you need it, sir.
Thank you. Anyway,
Gumshoe, that's a
1, 2,
screwdriver.
2. Gumshoe.
It's a mini
You know what?
chisel. It's a flathead. Give him a break.
These 4 numbers on the nameplate These 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office.
Whoop! Hey, these number plates. I cannot speak. Whoop! Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir.
Oh?
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know.
But vacancy does not change a room number. That makes no sense.
Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of...
Uh-huh.
That means if I switch my room number with Portsmouth's room number, I can make him come to my room whenever I want him to.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Such genius.
But then it's no longer your room, so you would be in it.
Looks like I'm taking an extended vacation. Away from the prosecutor's office.
I don't see any signs of forced entry.
And according to that guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir. Yep, the only forced entry here was with, never mind, let me not finish that thought.
Yes, please don't.
Meaning that the door really was opened with a key to someone's heart. Did you happen to ask if any earwax was lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently, doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think.
That means they must have gotten any fingerprints as well. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any wax behind.
They teach you in
You can't
detective school
investigate
that
the
you
door
can always identify a perpetrator by their unique earwax.
Well,
indeed,
we can, but there's a progression to this part of the investigation, so that's why I'm doing things the way I'm doing things. In case people
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit, considering this case.
No. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this? You see, where's the courtroom in this game, sir? This is like a dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth!
Wait, who has a crush on who then?
I like how it looks like she has like loading animations on her eyes.
Oh my gosh! Maggie's a robot! Run!
I'm looking at it and I am just hearing the dial-up sound.
I've missed a line.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with my tea.
Ooh,
Here,
this tea is really good, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sir, here's your tea, sir.
Thank you. Now, would you care to imbibe some, Miss Maggie Bird?
This is delicious. I must steal all of your tea.
Immediately short circuits. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about her anymore.
And she never lost her virginity.
Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office.
Now, I need you to tell me this in good faith. Did Mr. Faith and him have any sort of intimate relationship?
Oh, remember how earlier I mentioned that I don't break into people's offices anymore?
Oh. Oh no.
The only forced entry here was on Mr. Portsman, sir.
No!
Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. If
Is
you know
that
what I
what they're
mean.
calling it these days?
Oh, that sounds like fun. Just once I'd have loved to play with him.
Oh, is that what you're into? Maybe we could get an arrangement. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman, if you know what I mean. All Mr. Face ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well with them.
Yeah, you know, yours compared to anyone else who's come to, yours are a disgrace. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective?
She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder, and things started going downhill, so she quit.
But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer! Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
How does that work? Do you just like power down, or?
Yeah, no, pretty much. Gumshoe normally takes me home.
I attach her to the charging port and leave her be.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. I think maybe there's a program error somewhere. I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every type of disaster. And now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I become a security guard.
Wow, you really are
Like,
a robot.
seriously.
If you weren't, you would not still be alive right now.
Like, look, there has to be a problem in my code. You agree with me, sir, right?
I'm not a programmer, so you know what? I can't really say for sure. But that's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
I know! And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
To be fair, I was willing to let this all go. You threatened me though, so like now we have to drag this out.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Spiteful.
Look, I had to do what I had to do, you know? I don't want to be powered down forever.
But it would be so convenient for me though.
You do all know what happens to defective robots.
No, please.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself.
I think I do, though, actually.
You know what? You're probably right. We'll solve this case and prove your innocence, and then you can go and take care of that bad code of yours. All I ask in return is for your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. You can count on me. I'll do all that I can to help.
Just remember, robot hell is real, and you will be sent there at the first sign of disobedience.
Wow.
Beep, boop.
Portal reference. So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 a.m. I was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is.
You were sitting on the ledge like a bird?
Indeed! Look, I learned how to type in green!
Congrats!
But I'm sure that between those 2 times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir!
That's a big time window, though.
You are learning from Gumshoe well. Anyway, why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. I'm an idiot.
Well, I found another error in your
I didn't say it. She did.
We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say? Except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit that I was a bit careless. But I had my reasons!
Everyone has reasons.
I left
Does
it out
anyone
because
here not have reasons?
Me. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. I was trying
Wait,
to,
I'm
like,
confused. Hold on, I'm confused. Do you have a reason or do you not have a reason?
It was after after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
No, you heard wrong. She didn't have a reason. She had raisins.
Oh. Well. Anyway, you used the master key. She used the master key.
I was hoping that maybe it could like unlock some of my circuits so I could fix some glitches.
Present the badge.
We must.
Don't think that's
obligatory.
That's a prosecutor's badge, isn't it? It proves that you're really a prosecutor. I'm used to this because Phoenix also showed me his badge all the time.
And we don't speak his name.
That's interesting.
That
Despite
man.
all appearances, she seems to know more than Gumshoe.
With that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor. In fact, I just need a cardboard one. Sir, may I please try that on? Just for a little bit.
Man, Japan has low standards for prosecutors.
I don't think that'd be a very good idea, do you? If I attach this to you, you might suddenly go rogue. Become
No, wait, I'm sorry. This is set in
prosecutron.
This is set in Los Angeles.
Japanifornia, baby. Eat
I
your
guess.
hamburgers, Apollo.
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo.
Oh, sorry. Did I skip your line, Maggie?
No, I read it.
All right. Edgeworth. Do we lose? Do we lose him
Is
again?
The fly back. The fly has come for us all.
Edgeworth.
Everyone for themselves.
Edgeworth.
Run for it.
Edgy, come back.
Edgy, come home.
What if we?
Edgeworth.
What if we all hold hands, stand in a circle, and I don't know, say his name?
Just start chanting Edge, Edge,
Edge.
Edge.
Edge, Edge,
Edge, Edge, Edge.
Hey, it worked.
Edge. Yay!
The ritual
God.
worked.
Edgeworth.
He's returned.
Don't leave me again, sir.
Gumshoe, I have more important things to do than worry about your... What? Anyway, on second thought, they're actually on the same level.
All right. More dialogue.
Oh no. My stream has frozen.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Try and come back
Hold
in.
on.
Edgeworth has a huge hand. I mean, just look at that. Look at that giant
It's a
hand.
yowie hand.
What did you
Yowie
be?
hand?
Well, you know what they say about huge hands.
You like grab like Maggie's entire head and like get all his fingers like all the way to the nape of her neck. It's kind of scary.
Well, good thing he's not a bad guy.
I think that's called perspective.
No, it's a huge hand. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Is he related to Huge Hands Hans?
All right,
Please
Edgeworth.
tell me someone knows what I'm referencing.
Edgeworth.
Damn it.
I'm afraid I do not.
I think we keep losing Edgeworth. Sad.
Edgeworth.
Hello.
There you are.
Hey.
Where's your stream at? We miss you, Edgeworth. Edgeworth. It's like I can still hear his voice.
Computer.
Mine.
Yay, computer issues.
Behold, the professionalism of streamers.
I mean, is it
The
really
stuff
a
is
stream
real.
if nothing goes wrong? Like, is it really a stream?
That's true.
Embrace the
Oh, just-
jank.
We'll just have Maggie looking very, very guilty as Edgeworth accusingly points at her for an extended period of time.
Look at that smug face.
Yeah.
Are there any low prosecutors? Because it seems like everyone is a high prosecutor.
Where's the cannabis?
I mean, you have to be high to
I
be
mean-
a prosecutor.
Maybe
Nah.
I mean, I would assume like Winston and Gaston Payne would be like low prosecutor.
that's true. They're like, yeah, they're. You know how if you can't afford a criminal defense attorney, you get assigned one by the state. Well, if you can't afford a prosecutor, you get assigned one of the Paynes by the state.
Yeah.
Public prosecutors.
Woo! Keys.
Look at that key.
So is the horse because the gun is a Colt?
Yeah, I think so.
Revolver.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I I think
no!
Edgeworth, come back! Hold me, Edgeworth! I'm scared!
he might.
What do I do? What do I do without you?
I think he might be trying to restart his computer at this rate.
Edgeworth!
Probably, but like.
My life has no meaning without you, Edgeworth.
Any meaning before?
You make a good point.
Oh, I think he's back.
But at least my life has no meaning with Edgeworth.
Edgeworth? Edgeworth, no!
Edgeworth.
God.
Okay, I think he's back. Right? Maybe? Please?
No, he's still. I think no, he is. Wait,
He's here, but he said like one thing and went back to the void.
He's here, but he's not here. Like a ghost. Ooh, spooky Edgeworth on the edge of Spooks Month.
Sometimes I still think of him.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
No!
What have you done?
The world must go on, even without Edgeworth. Somehow I'll solve the case all on my own, without you, Edgeworth.
and he disconnected again.
Yeah, something's up. Gonna take a break from music for a little bit.
Just pause the just pause the case for 7 years. I'll take my law school. I'll pass the bar exam, and then I'll solve this case.
We apologize for this lack of Edgeworth here, but we cannot proceed without him. Please stay inside a vehicle.
Gumshoe gets his own game. Because Edgeworth just gets yeeted into the void.
But what will Gumshoe's game be about? What will we actually focus on?
Scrounging in all the dumpsters for food. Edgeworth, Edgeworth, a human raccoon.
Edgeworth, the human raccoon.
Gumshoe, a human raccoon.
Do we?
I'm sorry, I can't remember names.
Staple the name to his head again.
Or maybe we'll follow him on his as he goes through his other job under his stage name, Richard Taffy Sneaker.
Okay, we can handle
Edgeworth, are you back?
Edgeworth?
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth. Edgeworth. Edgeworth.
Edgeworth. Edgeworth.
Edgy. I'm so edgy. Welcome back to the early 2000s.
Hello.
Oh, we heard you.
Edgeworth? No.
So
Does Edgeworth have a Sonic OC though? The world needs to know.
Just type in Edgeworth the Hedgehog. I'm sure it exists.
Edgeworth the Hedgehog?
Be careful not to type in Edgy the Hedgy.
Shadow the Edgeworth hog.
Wait. Are you back?
Hold on. Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
we hear you.
Yay!
Oh my god. What? I have no idea what happened.
Yay! Edgeworth!
Alright.
Edgeworth! I
What's
almost
that?
died!
I just skipped one line by accident. Let's
Anyway,
get back on track.
What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key.
Hat
time. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right?
He looks like Daffy Duck. Or Subaru.
What is it?
That's right! I just remembered! The prosecutor who forgot his key? It was Mr. Portsman, sir!
No way.
Who could have seen this coming?
Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly. And also,
What
if you
that
find
we-
it, let me know, so that I can return it to him.
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him.
No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see.
Gumshoe.
And then, what happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So, in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
Talk about suspicious.
I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, detective.
Nope, I keep my keys attached to a belt loop on my pants. If I don't have my keys, then I don't have my pants, and I have more immediate problems.
There you go.
Well, hold up.
Hey,
Hold up.
that's only happened twice, pal.
A lack of pants is not necessarily a problem.
Wait,
It
Wait,
is
you
when
had a
you're in
lack
the
of-
middle of Times Square.
you had a lack
No,
of
if it's in the middle of
twice?
New York, that's called a social event.
All right,
I
Edward.
think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsmouth's door.
I agree.
Wait, hold on. Aren't Legon and Chess supposed to be telling you what you do?
Oh, that's true.
I won't rest.
No.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Again.
Zeus.
The
I mean,
door
you-
is locked tight.
I mean, you've examined a lot of nooks. I'm not sure you've met your quota of crannies, though.
I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is.
Oh, Batman, we need to take care of Catwoman.
I am sure it is not the person who you are alluding to. Might I
Robin, quickly,
advise you to
get the
return
anti-great
that-
cat burglar spray.
Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from?
Hey, I resent that, pal. I got it out of a dumpster, I'll have you know.
I think we already went through this.
Room 2103.
We
I
did
take it
not.
this is the Portsman's office.
Yeah, we went through.
Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that
Edgeworth.
basketball hoop, sir.
Oh, this is new. That's why.
Yep, it was the other door we went through.
Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsmouth had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like this, like his birthday is December 2nd?
Gumshoe.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why.
I can think of at least 3. Darn, why am I even wasting time thinking about this?
I'm sure that can't possibly be connected to anything.
Why would it be?
Worry about it.
Gumshoe.
It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop.
I can't believe he put something like this in a hallway at a prosecutor's office. I mean, I understand varying tastes, but
But you
come
know,
on.
it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here.
How long have I had the same office and yet you still manage to get lost? A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
It's kind of majestic, too. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsmouth seems dignified just because he works behind one of these.
Are you claiming that he doesn't normally look dignified, detective?
With,
Nonsense.
with his
I'm not-
tracksuit and gold medal, and I'm pretty sure everyone would look dignified in that.
What about his
Gumshoe,
flashy
your-
jacket?
That too.
Gumshoe,
You
your
can't
taste-
forget the jacket.
Gumshoe, your tastes have been duly noted, but, you have no taste. Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
Ouch.
I'm right here.
Mr. Payne. I suppose custodial work can also be dignified.
Oh, no.
I'm right here.
Let's see.
Did you hear something?
And I'll
Who
have
would
you
like
know, custodial work is actually far above where I am.
Where
Nope,
to
I do
investigate?
not think so.
Investigate your door?
Yes.
I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Let's see if I can't find any more crannies.
The actual door.
Door itself, yeah.
A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break in by force.
It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door.
I can hear you from the other side.
Oh, what a joke, Gumshoe. Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being attractive has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. Not that you would know anything about it. If you live up to your full potential, which is dirt, that's a poignant trait anyone can admire.
I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone?
I may have given him the wrong idea.
That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir.
Alright, I think we have to do logic at this point.
Logic time!
I'm to press
That's
the
all
cook.
you, sir. I still don't know
Alright.
what logic
Alright.
even is.
Look,
Team.
Master
Luckily,
key
I'm-
was stolen and used the master key.
I managed to bring my puzzle out into the hallway, thankfully. Alright, let's see.
Alright.
This piece goes here.
This is what Chess said. Let's go with it.
Let's see. Just see if we can piece it together.
Yeah!
Oh my god. Alright, Miss Bird. I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
What? No way, pal! I mean, sir?
You are taking after the wrong man, trust me. You said you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
Wow! Nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth! You saw that contradiction like a pro! I had totally forgotten all about that! But thanks to you, I remember it now!
What was that? Was that you powering down for a second?
You're right! It was around that
Oh, it
very
was,
time
uh-huh.
that I realized the master key was missing.
That's her when she clearly gets super excited.
And?
You see, I overcharge my circuits when I get excited, so
Oh,
kinda has
I
to
see. I
force a
understand.
well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I?
I mean, you could. That would be the responsible thing to do.
So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
No!
That's dishonest.
You pretended? Well, you're fired.
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir. Don't fire me.
So in actuality, you never did relock the door then?
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
Aha, but guess what, guys?
Let's go look around then.
I won't rest until I'm inspecting every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Now
Alright,
we can
time
do
to find
this.
Time to get a cranny. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eureka!
It's connected
There's
to
a-
the gun.
No.
There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. I've determined it, Gumshoe. We are living in a simulation. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight?
Huh? No, you're right.
Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I am certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door? How can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these.
Alright, guys, up
The
to
number
you.
plate.
We have a vote for
The number plate.
Number
Yep, number plate.
Number plate.
Number plate.
We need to eat from the number plate.
The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all that we need to know.
What do you mean that's not the kind of
Everything?
plate?
Everything? Really? Like.
But I was gonna have dinner.
I'm partial to 7 myself.
Well, for example, and as such.
What?
Well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner would only consist of instant noodles.
Oh my gosh.
But that's every day, sir. Whoa! That's amazing, sir. How did you know?
Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... We need to examine these.
Really? Not the prints on the number plate?
Nope.
Okay.
That's probably the doorknob, then.
I'd say the master key then.
Key?
Yeah.
We've got a split opinion. Master key or doorknob.
Leg on. Break them out.
I have a coin. Which is heads and which is tails?
Head's master key.
Tails doorknob.
Okay. Up 50-50. All right, master key.
Okay.
That's what the coin says.
If we examine the fingerprints on the master key...
Well, if that's what you want to examine, that was the very first thing we did. I can tell you that we didn't find any prints other than Maggie's. Emotional damage.
That's so brilliant, Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes, indeed. Brilliant.
So, what can we deduce from that?
We can deduce the polarity of the sun. Well...
Really?
We can deduce that gambling doesn't pay off.
I'll tell you what I deduced. I think this means that the culprit wiped their prints off.
Yes, that's exactly. I'm so glad you're able to come to the same conclusion as me. However, the more important matter is we need to examine.
Well, I
these.
wonder what remains.
The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, pal. Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay?
Let me get my ear cleaner.
So, what'd you find out?
There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, Detective.
Sir, I have found only Mr. Portsman's and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob. Little earwax, though.
So, only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive.
Huh? I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's print should be on this knob as well.
Oh, sorry. Since I'm a robot, I don't have fingerprints.
Now, whose print should also be on this doorknob?
Well, who?
Maggie.
Maggie, obviously.
It should be Edgeworth. Wait, he's not here.
You said Maggie?
Yep.
Take that! Take that! Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent, never mind her metallic body?
You mean...
Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Between you and me, we're gonna have to keep the fact that she's a robot a secret. They'll believe me if they just believe that she's human. What have we here?
If we just look down, oh my goodness!
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Ding. What's this?
Look at this. This
Could
look.
this be?
Sir,
What is
I
this?
think you found a cranny. Like a scrap of paper.
No, that's a granny.
No, Gumshoe, that's mine. Oh, no.
Let's see. Oh,
It's
there's
a
something
love
written on it.
letter.
Ooh.
No, I must burn this.
We just got a letter.
It looks like a
just
note
got
from the
a
victim.
letter.
I believe this is my reading.
Yeah, go ahead.
I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy.
Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
It's
that's a
not
weird
about
note.
his- It's not a confession. Thank you. Ah,
But
okay. I can rest easy now. What's this?
What? What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, Detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
Positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I'd better take note of this.
All right, we're done.
Investigation complete.
Emotional damage resolved.
Poking around this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
How so, sir?
You need only look at my face. In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You mean the forensics officer?
Yes, forensics officer number 729.
I couldn't believe
I knew it.
7.
He always did seem suspicious to me.
Maggie.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at cat pictures. Do you know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth!
Hold
Maggie
on,
has
I
that
need,
Wi-Fi password.
I need to clarify this. Are you able to search the internet while you're just standing there?
Yeah,
We
that's
did cover that she's a robot.
That's why I stare into space all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, what we thought was a loading sequence is actually through browsing the internet eyeballs.
I see. This all makes sense now. This was the real twist of this case.
I hope she's only looking at the cat part of the internet and not the other parts.
No
We've
cat
established
girls.
that she has yet to lose her virginity, so...
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
she does have that other function.
As long as my logic is sound, then yes.
By the way, Maggie, I was curious. When it comes to plugging in and charging, I guess the thing I'm wondering is, well, the cable and is it USB-C or is it something unique like the iPod uses?
Oh, it's something unique. Little
Okay.
voice in the sky.
No wonder you're still a virgin. The mastermind behind this murder is, as much as it pains me to say it, none other than Mr. Jacques Portsmon.
It's Zach!
What? Mr. Portsman?
Why do I keep reading it as Mr. Portsmouth?
I
Well,
knew
I
it.
mean-
That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir.
Gumshoe, don't lie to me. You never suspected him, just like me. I never suspected him until this very moment, and I still am not convinced that he did it. He and I must still go out on our date somehow, and I'll find a way to make him innocent. But that is anything but logical.
Yes, it is.
Lady and gentleman, prepare yourselves.
Oh, you
Come
actually
what
called
may,
him a
it's
gentleman.
time to knock on truth's door.
Oh, is your name
Honestly, it
Truth,
would probably be in your better interest to make him.
I did not know.
So
1202
then I
was where-
told him I need to see this piece of paper.
Mr. Portsman, I've finished processing the bloody letters, sir.
All right, what happened? Are they blood? I don't need to ask that, do I? Let me take a gander at it. Pass it here.
Yeah. Animation.
Oh, damn, that was a sweet jump.
Okay, looking good. You there? Take this somewhere else. I don't care anymore.
Ah!
Well, if it isn't Detective Slave Boy.
End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now.
Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
Gumshoe, here, have a treat. Go sit in the corner. It's no joke.
Wow, you actually fed him.
Well, hold on. Were you not aware that he actually was a dog?
I wasn't aware you gave him food in the first place.
He's gone rabid.
Down, boy. Here, go have this bone. Chew on it.
Oh, chewing on a bone, you say? Putting a
Ow.
bone in your mouth?
Ow.
Miss Bird, Miss Bird, please. I know you're eager to lose your virginity, but let's stay on topic here.
Let's actually get this guy.
Wait, if he's chewing a if you're making a joke about him chewing a bone and he goes for Miss Bird,
Anyway, it's no
Many
joke.
functions.
She's a robot. We've established this. That means she is neither man nor woman. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsmon. You are the
Maggie Bird is a non-binary icon.
that you are the guilty party in this case.
Oh, there's a party? Where? You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way.
You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl, just like how I understand—
What did you just call my face? This is skin! You
I think he called
swine.
you a cow, sir.
No, Gumshoe, I said cowl.
Yeah,
Who
cow.
ever thought it would come to this?
I know. You and I both.
Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? He was a role model of mine. The legendary
Oh, no.
prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years.
I was interested in you until you mentioned that
But
bit.
there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know?
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. You have stepped over the line. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself and nothing else ever again. Although that too will only dig
Get
your
away
hole deeper.
Get
Either
away
way,
from the corpse. Right now.
Either way, you'll get— Hold up. Were you making out with the corpse?
Oh my god!
Not making out.
Well, aren't you full of made-up stories, even though you have yet to prove anything?
And here
will
we
settle
go.
This once and for all.
Mr.
This is for not going on a date with me.
I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here.
We've been done ever since you mentioned the devil. Sorry, but we are not finished yet.
Why, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something.
Yes, my inherent dislike of you. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on with prejudice.
That'll hold up in court, I swear.
All right, guys. Where to begin?
The third one.
Third one? Can we press it? Present it? What?
Present.
Okay.
Where's
the
the thing that would
basketball hoop.
show? Yeah, that one.
This one? Okay.
Possibly the master
Sportsman,
key.
there's a large flaw in your logic.
Really? I think it holds up rather well, actually. What do you think is wrong with it?
Nothing. Let's move on.
Okay, maybe press first.
Yeah.
This isn't like you at all, sir. Concentrate.
That was careless of me. I can't afford to do that, or the truth will slowly slip away. Remain calm, Miles. It's the only way.
Press.
So how did I unlock my door? Or
Press
your door?
present.
Hold it! Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier.
Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. That is simply how the doors work.
What should I do now? Should
Yeah,
I
this
raise
is-
an objection?
I remember this part. This is so weird. They have to do it
Nope.
here.
Yes, don't raise an objection. Is this something I'm not sure that's ever the correct thing to pick in any.
I mean, I think wasn't there one case where you couldn't do incorrect anything?
Yeah, I
There
think
are
there
some
was one
cases like
time.
that, yeah. You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth?
All right, I'll humor you. Go ahead. Shoot.
Give me the gun.
Very well then. Taking this gun in hand, I propose that you use this to open my door. You shot my doorknob off.
Then how did it get back on in the span of less than an hour?
All right, what do we think?
Magic.
Master key.
No, Trucy isn't a thing yet.
What is
Master
on
key?
the next page?
Just the hoop.
Okay.
Well, obviously he used the hoop.
The key then?
Yep.
Take that! I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Wait. Hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know.
Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct.
I'm sportsman, I'm no director.
That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key.
Maggie.
Gumshoe,
Maggie.
obviously.
Obviously, Gumshoe. No.
That's the victim.
Take that! You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know?
Gosh, I'm so glad I'm over you. But the room you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we lost several votes.
Bird, you're muted.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
She muted herself.
Give me a second. My headphones died, and so I can't hear any of you.
No!
Oh no.
Wait, she can't
Nothing's
hear
ever
us?
go
That
right.
means we can
Need to
speak.
get my
We can say naughty things about her behind her back.
She's
Of
doing
course,
such
because
a
that
good,
always
she's
works
doing
well.
such a good job. I'm proud of her.
Of course,
She'll never
Flight.
know I said this.
That's what you would say, of course.
I just said that's what we could do. I didn't actually say anything.
Yeah, but you still implanted the idea, Fly.
Exactly, but I'm not actually saying anything.
Huh.
That's on
Doing
you.
better than me. She's not here. We can plan a surprise birthday party. She'll never suspect a thing.
Her birthday already happened.
You mean her...
I think you'll find that there will be a birthday next year.
You mean her assembly
No,
day?
What is this concept? Birthday next year? Never heard of it.
What is this concept of years?
What is this concept of birth?
What is this concept of time?
What's a day?
What is a what?
Solid.
Who's a
Um,
what? What's a who? Huh?
Oh no.
I think she's back.
Is this still Bluetooth connected?
Hello?
She's still trying to figure out
No,
things
it's
with her
not. Why can't
headphones, I think.
hear
I think she's muttering to herself and
Just-
forgot to mute.
Is
Just
okay.
say the words on the screen.
Please.
She can't hear us though.
Hello. I can
Hello?
hear things.
Hey.
There you go.
All right. What?
Please get me out of this. You have quite the imagination. Why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, right?
I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman. His door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
See? Miss Bird backs up my story.
But what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? I'm sorry, hold on. What if you had mislead her?
And how do you suppose I did that with your broken English, Mr. Edge?
Oh, I see. I'm no longer worthy for you, am I?
You never were.
Oh!
I'm going to revel
Love
in
it.
putting you in your place.
Get him, Mr. Edgeworth.
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right. They do slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours, and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room?
What do you guys think?
Next page.
Gee, I wonder.
Basketball hoop.
The hoop?
Yep.
All right.
The hoop.
Take that!
Shoop the whoop.
Take that!
It's the hoop.
What? The basketball hoop, sir?
It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually... Which is why it left an... What? Which
An
is
unusually strong impression.
Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you.
Mr. Edmund, I don't think that's how words work.
Yeah, is that
Unusually.
Is that an error?
How do you expect to prove a case against me when you cannot even speak?
That has to be a typo.
Yeah, it's a typo. I've noticed that there is a ton of typos in investigations too. So.
Oh no.
That might just be a
that's gonna be fun.
They're just testing us to see if we're really reading properly.
The miracle never
Reading
happened.
comprehension questions.
It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor.
That's very true, sir. Because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman.
There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure.
Yes, that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. I am now a Formula One racer.
And there is no end to sports that he
Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me.
I hope.
So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he?
I'm as pure and as innocent as my jacket, which I just cleaned this morning. And
So
Miss
you're
Bird
saying your
as
jacket
dirty
is
as
a
guilty
dirty
as the
little
jacket
filthy
she wears.
piece of
I'm
shit.
sorry. It's just as dirty and guilty as the jacket Gunho wears.
Oh.
Actually, I would
How is
like to inform you, we have learned that his name is in fact Gumshoe.
Oh, good to
My
know.
jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday.
How
Mr.
is a jacket?
Jacuz?
How is a jacket guilty? I don't understand.
Please calm
Of course
down.
you don't. This is above your pay grade.
Please calm down, Miss Maggie
Not
Bird.
really saying much.
Listen, you I didn't want to mention this earlier, but you do have an oil leakage on your arm right there.
Ah, shit.
For I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here, and it is not just you, Maggie.
But no, we're not on the Nickelodeon set.
All right, where should we go, guys?
Press everything.
Okay.
I mean,
That works every time.
I mean, you're
yeah.
playing an Ace Attorney game. You gotta press every message before you go on.
Nonsense, you say.
It's obligatory.
That's true.
Yes, because I am telling the truth here. Look at me spin. I had the girl open my office door.
Using the master key, of course.
Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right?
Perhaps you should place it in an elaborate labyrinth for some sort of some sort for people like you.
Well, you just gotta like have your.
After you had your little spat of nonsense English, I was in my office the entire time.
And what were you doing in your office?
I was doing my
Office
usual
things.
training regimen.
Training regimen? What were you going through your law books from start to finish?
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, preparing for a 1-kilometer run. It's my daily exercise routine.
Okay, thanks.
Well, you're clearly not
Mainly
doing
batting.
it hard enough because you're not bald. Wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have.
Don't compliment him, Gumshoe. He's nothing. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem.
Also, we're supposed. Also, he does his. Does he normally do his training at 1 a.m.?
Yes, I was doing my usual workout, so...
I guess so. We just believe him.
You don't have a single reason to suspect me, not at all. Nope, 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 no, no, no.
I think I've given you quite a few reasons, actually. For one, you won't accept my date.
But none of those would stand up on their own!
That's a good thing we don't
The
have
fact
to
you will
count.
not go out with me is indisputable proof that you killed this guy.
It's a good thing we don't
That
have to
has nothing to
consider
do
them
with it.
individually then.
Then what
Because
about
that's not
all
how
of the
court
evidence?
cases work.
Objection! It's all circumstantial. No judge would convict on such flimsy evidence.
He seems to be trembling a little. One more little push, and one more little push. All I have to do is find the flaw in his testimony.
It's a pretty short one.
Go to the
Yep.
second.
And now we're just looping again.
Present. Present the door again.
Okay.
The music.
Got it.
He's-
Time.
Nice.
And now he's doing his O face while pointing at his head, like I said.
I had your door dusted for earwax and prints.
My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time.
You're right. I am good at wasting time, but I also didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints.
Oh, here we go. Arranged pursuit.
Hairprints? What do they have to do with anything?
Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her print should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all of the prints on my office's doorknob... Further, all of the prints on my office door's knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it.
Objection! It doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time!
Is that really a fact, or is it fiction?
Hey, would I lie to you?
Yes.
No,
I
you
won't
lied to
shut up.
everyone.
I once thought not, but now I can't be sure. I have here proof that you were not in your room the entire time as you claim.
What's the
A
proof?
very,
The note.
No.
I'd say the note.
a very distinctive love letter. This is a love letter that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman.
No, that's...
It was left under your door, or did you not notice? I see. You don't even care about the ones you truly love, let alone me. And right here it says, but you're out. Clearly you were off having a fling with some other partner.
Yes.
Not in your room where the victim came for you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? Admit to your love affair. We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me.
I
Maggie
thought we were
Bird's
talking about
virginity.
me possibly murdering him.
That's besides the point. I honestly, I don't care about that anymore. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. And he saw the sign on my door that said, "No having sex in my office."
Etched in
It
the
was
wood.
a sign?
Yep, and there's a rule he had to put down in writing.
Wait, the rule was no having sex? I thought the rule was no murder.
It's no murder, no dirt, no sex.
3 rules. Learn 'em well.
Man.
Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office, just as the sign says.
Now, outside of office, I mean, I'll allow it.
Oh, I mean, if it was in the hallway, I wouldn't give a shit.
And just what's so funny, pal?
Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor. As he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What?
Mr. Edris just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer.
No, you.
Oh no,
Oh,
the
shit.
reverse card.
Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already.
And as I said earlier, it's also circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you've checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down well.
Eh?
I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see.
Oh,
I didn't want to
I
touch a
understand.
doorknob that you had touched.
Wow.
Look, just
After
because
all,
I'm a robot
you are
doesn't mean you can
beneath
be
me
robophobic.
in pay.
You tell him, Maggie.
No, you just get paid less than me, so I care less. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and mine fingerprints would be on there.
Right.
You just made that up now, didn't you?
Nope. Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example.
Are you saying that you failed to notice a note in your doorway?
There are hundreds of them coming through my door. Even geniuses fail at times.
How many lovers do you have?
I have adoring fans, and you will address them as such. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although
so I
in
see
hindsight,
what-
that's no excuse.
So you take fan service to another level, huh?
Oh.
Now that's just a flat out lie! There's no way you didn't notice a note that size! Come on, there's even like a flower with it and
But
everything!
you can't prove that, can you? I mean, look at those flowers over there. Do you think those are noticeable?
No,
Say
did not
something,
noticeable.
Mr.
Shut up.
Back me
Exactly.
up here!
My
sir.
point proven.
Portsman makes a good point. Those flowers over there are way too noticeable. I wish they weren't. I can't prove that he simply didn't overlook it.
Thank you, Red Yoshi 9000, for the hydrate. Appreciate it.
Hydrate.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi.
Airtight, you say?
I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I started with it.
Oh man, is it gonna be the whole thing where they would have been proven innocent had they not just shut up?
If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs.
I was right, you were having an affair.
No, that's just the name.
Not just an
There's
affair,
ask
but
around
criminal
the
affair.
employees. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi.
Or is
I
it?
swear.
You really think it's that perfect?
I hope so. I mean, yes. Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back.
Good, and get the name of his partner.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in Criminals Affairs said they saw him around 2 a.m.
You see?
So it's a whole conglomerate of people having affairs, I see. All of the evidence points to him being...
What is it with you and affairs?
Listen,
You're
I have
running the
uncovered...
entire department!
This whole story is about a massive crime ring. An affair crime ring. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere.
Truly the most diabolical.
And Jacques Portsman is so unfaithful they had to open an entire department just devoted to his infidelity.
Oh my god.
Clearly.
You are correct, it was around 2 a.m.
Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time.
I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2.
Oh, give me just a minute. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit.
Hold it!
It is as you say. However...
Did we
Yes,
mention that
however,
before?
you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit.
Yeah, we
What,
just
the
mentioned
gunpoint?
that we...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last test
Okay,
notice.
I couldn't remember.
So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? I'm sure you'd remember me.
It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see. All I saw was a
Objection!
shady...
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you?
I saw the culprit from Danganronpa.
But you're going to have to go to Spike Chunsoft for that, and I'm afraid they're not here.
You're right, this is Capcom. They have nothing to do with one another. I'm afraid I feel like I'm the one being interrogated here.
Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not.
We need to get a crossover series soon.
It only matters that you ran into the culprit. Try me. But exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs.
All right, Red Yoshi, thanks for coming. Take care and have a good night.
Hold it! Yoshi.
So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit.
And that's all it was, a visit. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
But the fact that you paid a visit there at all implies that you might be a regular there.
Ask them around. Ask around there. Oh, wait, you already did that.
Yep.
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. Gumshoe, did we figure out who his partner was?
And it was just as I said, right?
Sir, he has had so many affairs, I have no idea who his partner is, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Clever. Clever boy.
A number of detectives said they saw you at around that time.
See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. It's very short, so you couldn't see it.
I'm sure something else.
Impossible. His immense infidelity has given him the perfect alibi.
What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face?
Can you say anything back, Mr. Hidrith?
I think we've reached the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there, Mr. 924 something. Ahem.
That's not me.
Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle.
No, please, this isn't how I wanted to lose my virginity.
Maggie.
Detective Gumshoe.
Don't worry.
Oh, it's game over,
I'll
guys.
protect your virginity.
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around.
You must press E.
If only... If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that could help me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic.
He's really big on calmness.
Let's figure this out.
Another handgun.
Another gun.
The alibi and the other handgun.
Has anyone figured out what's going on yet?
Nice.
Yep.
There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life, and one that nearly robbed me of my jacket.
Of equal importance, obviously.
Of course. However, the murder weapon only showed signs of the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that it's entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. God, his last name was even Faith. He was devoted to you, Mr. Jockeys. Therefore,
It's Jacques!
The second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another affair who it was in my office tonight.
Jeez, Edward! So many rule breakers.
It's a miracle this entire office isn't covered in...
Wait, how did you put those together? That was the hardest puzzle yet.
Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight.
Yet, case name, case drop title. Oh.
That would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. So it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it, And once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back... Objection!
Oh, look at the cool animation!
Yeah!
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Why did you let her go? Right, so you finally come to your senses.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Sir, what do you say?
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I now see. You, Mr. Portsman, were not just engaged in an affair.
We're seriously
You were
continuing
engaged.
this.
You were engaged in a polyamorous affair.
Evil!
What about the polygons were sprites?
I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran into was just your average thief. Out to steal someone's virginity, but they never found her.
A thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, 2?
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know.
If you could please shut up and go along with my scenario for now, Mr. Portsman.
You are the one who needs to.
In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Yes, correct?
This is in the courtroom.
Good. Now shut the fuck up. Now, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So, then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith.
But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
I thought his name was Jim.
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman. Wow, you don't even know your own lover's name. How despicable. He probably had business with Mr. Jackie's, which is why he was in the area.
It's Jacques.
But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office would be my guess. And upon reading the sign on my room, he knew he had interfered.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into the office to check it out.
Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do.
He detected something. I get it now.
But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there.
Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. The one he loved. He never truly suspected what would happen next. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. Because he had so many other partners to go to, he could spare one. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then
Bada bing, bada boom.
he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated.
There was another?
Visitor, sir?
Yes,
Stop finishing
and
my
this-
sentences.
Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
The stolen O file, right, sir?
That's a 0, Gumshoe. Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shell's getting messed up twice, and the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times.
By the way, Zeus, I can hear some of an echo coming from your microphone.
Yeah.
I probably have to mute it, or at least lower the gain or something. Sorry about that.
No, like it's the call echo, right?
Yeah, I can hear all of us echoing. Oh, well, I can't hear it anymore, so I think you fixed it. Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
I lowered my mug volume.
What's so funny, pal?
Absolutely splendid! Your scenario explains everything to your tonight.
Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all.
But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which is withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant.
Stop performing the mating ritual. You know I'm no longer attracted to you.
But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence.
The fact that my microphone keeps falling over.
That's a you problem. Your supposition that I was the first visitor.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir.
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir. I can't.
No, please say that.
I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must.
You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct.
Last confrontation. Woo.
Yep. This is the end.
That thief you ran into should be a real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. I'd gotten into a recent anime. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
So you think we should be out there looking for the thief?
Of course! Now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions. Please.
I don't think it's all that dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. After all, it's the reveal of a massive affair crime ring. Let's continue where we left off, shall we?
Why do you keep insisting it's an affair?
I know he's
Why
lying.
else would you be in criminal affairs, pal?
I know he was here, at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
Well, let's figure this out.
Press all the things.
Hold it! Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Oh, why not?
That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them.
You mean the 0 files, right?
Oh, good job, Gumshoe, you learned. And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves?
Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yes, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe. We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. Please look anywhere except towards me.
Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby.
Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after.
Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. Are they yet another one of
It's
your
nothing like that. I have no idea about anything. After all, I wasn't here.
Hold it! But according to Mr. Faith's note, or his love
Hold
letter,
on, I thought we
rather,
already cleared that part up. Didn't we just say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered.
I don't have any, no.
You see? So I insist again that I was in my office the entire time. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs. It's not what you think it means. Words have more than one definition.
Uh-huh, sure. We'll keep going with that. Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith?
That's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap.
As it happens, he took a longer nap.
You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits.
So you don't. So what you're telling me is that. So what you're telling me is that you don't do it in my office. Good. Okay. Thank God.
I haven't done it once.
Oh,
So you admit you're a virgin?
Miss Maggie Bird, I found your partner.
Oh my gosh!
No, I am not touching her.
And what is the evidence he brought?
Stop being robophobic!
They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant.
Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks.
He brought me 2 items, a gun and a pendant that are related to yesterday's case that I'm not going to talk about because it's not relevant.
Too late.
Oh, I'm sure we'll never see that case. A gun
No.
and a pendant.
Yes, this gun, which was the murder weapon. I'm pointing to it, I'm not holding it. And this pendant, which belonged to the victim.
And why were you taking them down to criminal affairs? Were they presents, perhaps, for your various
There was something
lovers?
in a past case file I wanted to compare these two. But all this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail left to be to your satisfaction. You do enjoy papers, don't you?
Whoops.
So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
There you go.
This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out. So I almost read the line myself. I can't expect you to know, can I?
Nope, but I guess you can expect me to take a guess based on logical deductions.
Oh, then let's you deduce.
Jim waited for me to leave and then stole the master key. For the purpose of sneaking into your room, of course. And that's when Miss Bird caught him red-handed, and the murder occurred.
Oh, you're still on this?
It's all exactly as I laid out earlier.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Look, what else does the evidence point to?
I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
All right. I think we found the
You
weak.
already said that.
I think we
I
found the weak
imagine
statement.
it's the 5th one.
All right.
Present. Whatever would basically imply that there was a second gun.
Second gun. We have notes, the revolver, safe, the file. We have this note.
Oh, it's the gun itself.
Ah, yes, there were
there's a-
3
There's
pieces
3
of
pieces
evidence.
of evidence. He only said 2.
Good, Gumshoe, you can count.
Objection!
I did say I can count up to 3, remember?
You know what? You were right. I have misjudged you, Gumshoe. I apologize. Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is "you fail."
Failure.
That isn't proper English, excuse me?
You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Jackie's, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me.
What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you.
You've hidden your multiple trysts from me.
What?
Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully.
Ah! It says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces!
Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman.
I can't believe to get tricked up by a simple arithmetic!
Math is your weakness.
Where is the missing piece of evidence? You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe?
You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe.
Now come any closer! I'm warning you!
Just punch him.
All part of the investigation, pal, so don't even think about stopping me.
Give him a few more hits.
Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. You don't want to know where.
Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide.
But why would he hide something like that?
I need some
There's
water.
only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin.
The KG8 incident. Not now, though.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm kind of running through because we're a little bit over.
Yeah, I know. Chess
Yeah,
is dead
I was
too.
blood, isn't it?
starting to fall asleep.
Yes, and I believe that this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh.
You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood?
No! No! You've got it wrong! All wrong!
No amount of denial can save you, but we have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you would tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video?
Yeah, it's totally suspicious!
Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that!
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints? If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith.
My name is Jacques!
And those were his final
He
words.
swallowed his medal.
No screaming, it's just like, my name is Chuck. I love it.
My name!
Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good. At long last, we are finally done with Jackie's.
And
Finally,
the
I
results
can
we
get my
got back
throat
from
a
the lab
rest.
kept on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they're also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Edgeworth! I still can't believe I got to see your cold deduction skills outside of the courtroom! Ah! I'm impressed beyond words, sir!
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies.
Aw, it was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air, you know, to party. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Congrats.
You want to be goddess of misfortune? You'll have to compete with me.
Oh.
Something tells me that we should have hired a different robot for security detail.
You know
Have
something,
you tried
sir?
the blue badger?
That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir.
Wow, he had the nerve to get on my back for my mentor, and he uses forged evidence? What
I
an
was
unfaith-
joking when I added the line of Manfred being a
That
role
was fitting,
model.
though.
It works.
I was joking.
Forged evidence, huh?
They say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons.
I bet it's because the clients
Ooh,
wouldn't.
that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
He really was an unfaithful partner. We never did get around to asking what his reason for breaking into my office was.
Yeah, whenever got near that topic, he just clammed up.
Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
This is just between you and me and Maggie over there, sir, but
Don't worry.
there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Yes, the mystery of the massive affair crime ring.
No,
well.
it's just Capcom.
Self-burn.
I see, that is what they call themselves, is it? Well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. He even let slip that there was a criminal affairs. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this.
Huh? Then Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy.
I didn't say that, but rather that there are so many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out what the significance to this piece of evidence is.
Ooh, what
Oh,
evidence?
the folder.
Yeah.
This
one?
Yep.
The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night.
Yeah, I wonder who it was.
And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint?
Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Yes?
I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir.
A massive piece of earwax. This card!
And this black
With
earwax.
earwax on it.
What is it, sir? Is that a bird? Or something on there?
It's not just any bird. It is the mark of the raven, a three-legged raven.
Biblically accurate raven.
Biblically accurate raven.
Even you should know what this is, detective.
Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? The great thief everyone's talking about?
Yes, it is the mark of the great thief Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets.
I'm looking at the newspaper. Everything except the words that you need to read are so pixelated.
Gotta get rid of that kanji.
The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts.
No, it's not even kanji, it's just scribbles.
Oh, yeah.
The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is set forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing.
Also, side note, there's totally foreshadowing here. I'm just not going to point it out. Right here on this image.
I mean, there's a lot of foreshadowing.
Yeah, but there's like
Some
something
days-
direct. Go ahead.
Some days late, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Look, something's written on the back.
What? Let me see.
It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files.
So the person who stole...
Apparently, I can read runes.
I was gonna say that look.
My
that looks like
superpower
runes.
skill.
So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu? Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. And
Those
criminal
words have-
affairs as well.
Those words have a lot of syllables, Mr. Edgeworth. You're so smart.
I know, right? The murder in my office. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago.
Congratulations.
Foreshadowing.
This whole game's a flash forward for those first playing.
Or
Yay.
possibly post-shadowing, or whatever you call it.
Now be prepared to spend 90% of the game in the past.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's one big flash forward, the whole game. I think that's the right term, right?
I'm pretty sure what we have like.
Or
there's
flashback,
only
I'm sorry.
One other case that takes place after this.
There's
case, right?
one case that takes place after the first case.
Yep.
The last one?
The
Yep.
last one takes place after, and everything else is. Like,
So technically, what we've seen just now is the second to last case.
And it's the tutorial case.
Man, we're so good at this game. We've only
We're
just
almost done with
begun,
it.
and we're almost done.
All right, so we're done, everybody. I don't want to keep people longer than we need to, but for those curious, Nightcrawler, good job on being Edgeworth first time. So going down to castle list.
Yep.
It was.
I will not be Edgeworth next time, though.
It
It'll
was
be,
night-
I believe
yeah.
it's Zeus next.
It is me. Yes, I get to practice my Edgeworth and all the studious that comes with it. But yes, Nightcrawler as Edgeworth, Chess and
Palin were the
Hell yeah.
extras.
Extras. Brightfire was Edgeworth, and Overgrowth.
No, he was.
Hold
he was
on.
done too.
Oh my God, I did it
Now you're getting them wrong. No one knows who these people's names are.
Zeus, do
Brightfire
I need to
was
come
Detective
down-
Indication.
Do I need to come down there and staple Gumshoe's name to your forehead too?
Detective Gumshoe was Brightfire, Overgrowth, Maggie Bird, and last but not least, our first villain of the series goes to Legon. So thank you all. This is a great first stream.
Thank you. I'll never be here again.
See you
It's
later,
a pity. I love
Gypsies.
the voice.
Next
Oh,
time,
stop.
which will be in 2 weeks because I'll be out of country next Sunday, sadly, but in a couple weeks, we'll be back and taking place of a murder on an airplane. So that'll be fun. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm gonna see who to raid real quick. Let's see who to do so real. Raid real quick. I muted myself.
I will end Craig and Georg.
We will go with. Oh, someone's doing Astrobot. I'm rating them. And
By the way, we had 7 nooks and crannies.
Wonderful.
Hey.
Damn, that's a lot.
Right, bye everybody.
You know, for the first case.